YouTube announced a massive update to help creators engage with their communities. But there's a few things they're not telling you. I've spent the last week doing a deep dive into everything that YouTube has said so far about the community's features they're testing. And some creators are celebrating, while others are raising a couple red flags. By the end of this video, you'll understand what we know about communities so far, how it's different from what we have now, and the couple warning signs you should be aware of before you decide to jump onto this feature when it releases or not. And we'll start with the basics. What the heck are communities? According to YouTube, this new features will include a space where your subscribers can create their own posts, share photos, and start their own conversations. Think of it like a Facebook group built into your YouTube channel. As of filming, only a small group of creators have access to communities, and they're only available on mobile devices. It gets confusing because communities with an S is different from the community tab that's already on your YouTube channel. There, you as the creator are the only one who can make posts, and then your subscribers can comment. With communities with an S, then everyone who is subscribed can participate. In a video, YouTube's community project manager said that this won't be something gated behind a membership. Instead, communities are intended for anyone who subscribes to a channel. But this could all change because they're still testing the new features. I'll be the first to admit there are some really exciting things about the new communities coming out. Instead of just commenting on your videos, your audience has a better opportunity to share their thoughts, ask questions, and really engage with the rest of the community around your content. As a second benefit that's huge for the creators, this community is going to be a goldmine for content ideas. With one central place for your subscribers to start conversations and ask questions, you'll be able to get a better sense of the topics your people really care about right now. But here's where it gets interesting. Some creators are already raising concerns about how easy it's going to be to get into these communities and start posting. On the surface, a low barrier to entry sounds great, right? Just subscribe and then you could start talking to people who care about the same things. But I want you to put yourself in your subscribers' shoes. Would you feel comfortable getting really vulnerable and sharing openly if you know that a subscribe button is the only barrier before someone joins the community? And as the creator, how comfortable are you with the idea that just anyone can hit subscribe and upload a photo for all of your fans to see? Yikes. A lot of creators are asking what moderation tools are going to be available, and we just don't have the answers quite yet. And I think these concerns could be something that limits engagement just because people are worried. The most successful creator communities that I've seen generally have one thing in common. They're exclusive spaces where people feel comfortable and safe to engage in the way that they want to. That usually means there's a higher barrier to entry than just clicking subscribe, and the creator has full control over how the community looks and feels. And warning sign 2 is one that YouTube actually tries to frame as a positive thing, because YouTube is looking at communities as this great all-in-one. Keep your discovery content and your comments and your community all together. But there's actually a problem with putting all of your eggs into one social media basket like that. When you build exclusively on YouTube, you don't own your subscribers' email addresses, you don't have control over what they see in the algorithm, you're competing with other creators, and if the algorithm changed tomorrow, you would be at risk of your entire body of work just disappearing from your subscribers' feeds. And that is a bit of an extreme example, but we've seen this happen before. Like Facebook back in 2018 changed how their algorithm prioritized pages versus people. And so many Facebook pages lost organic reach like crazy. Creators who had spent years building Facebook-only audiences saw their engagement plummet pretty much overnight because the algorithm decided that their pages weren't the priority anymore. To own your audience, that usually means having a way to reach them that isn't platform dependent, and that usually looks like building an email list. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. But first, we need to look at the third warning sign, YouTube's track record with community features. Because here's a quick question. When was the last time you actually engaged with a creator's community tab? And be honest, I'm not talking about seeing a poll in the feed and voting. I mean going to their channel clicking into the community and engaging with posts. If you're drawing a blank, you're not alone. YouTube just hasn't prioritized community as something they want to show to audiences. It's all videos and shorts because that's where they can serve ads. One possibility, and I want to be really clear that this is speculation, is that an enhanced community experience is going to give more space to serve ads. Imagine you're scrolling through a community feed and you see an ad in between every 5 or so posts, like you do on Facebook or on Instagram. YouTube hasn't announced anything like this yet, but it's worth considering. Are they building a better community to help creators, or are they laying the groundwork for more advertising space? Personally, I think the answer could be a little bit of both. But again, we won't know until YouTube tells us more. When you build your community on a social platform like YouTube, you take the risk that they could change the user experience at any time, and you won't get much of a say. YouTube clearly understands that community is the future of content creation, but they're missing 3 important things: moderation, exclusivity, and control over the user experience, at least for now. YouTube says they'll come out with more information about communities in early 2025, but you don't need to wait around hoping that YouTube will build the perfect solution. You can start taking control of your community engagement today.